Hello, and welcome to a day in the life presentation of Infor's CloudSuite distribution solution. Infor's CloudSuite distribution offers a strong technology stack, the core modules that are important to every wholesale distributor, from sales to sourcing and procurement to financial management to warehouse management, but also incorporates strong communication, workflow, alerts, and reporting capabilities. Today's wholesale distributors are under constant pressure to improve service while streamlining operations and increasing profitability. High volume of transactions need to be managed by limited resources, and distributors are faced with increasing competition, not only from other distributors, from big box stores and e-tailers. Therefore, stronger communication tools and simplified access to information needs to be at their fingertips. Proactive exception-based process controls need to be in place across the organization to help us better manage exceptions, all with the goal of achieving world-class customer service. In today's presentation, we'll be working as Industrial Supply Company. Industrial Supply Company is a distributor of industrial products to original equipment manufacturers, maintenance repair organizations, and commercial contracting customers. ISC processes thousands of transactions from their 25 locations across North America on a daily basis. In today's agenda, we'll be focusing on how ISC can leverage the modern tools available in Infor CloudSuite distribution to effectively manage their daily process while providing the highest level of service to their customers. This will include strong communication tools, simplified access to the right information at the right time, proactive and exception-based messaging, along with controlled processes and visibility to critical data across their organization. The key players in today's presentation will be Mike Mazzoni. Mike's an inside sales rep at Industrial Supply Company. In addition, we have Sam Dunn. Sam is the sales and operations manager and wears a lot of hats across the organization. Finally, and maybe the most important player in today's presentation, will be Russell Allen. And Russell is the customer from Apex Coil Contractors. The goals of all the activities that Mike and Sam will be going through today will be to make sure that Russell is a satisfied customer. The first scene in today's Day in the Life presentation will be focused around the quote. The key player here will be Mike, the inside sales representatives. As a top performing sales guy, Mike knows the competitive nature of the products that ISC sells. Pricing is key, but service is what wins the business and keeps the customer coming back. As we now jump into the live application and watch Mike go through his daily activities, we'll see him review any new alerts, tasks, and posts, drill into customer details right from that information, investigate the customer sales trend, make the call to the customer to try to close some business, and then work with the customer on quoted pricing. So as Mike arrives at the office, first thing he likes to do in the morning is take a look at his activity feed. This is going to include all of the different relevant data sources, including any new posts that may have been processed towards him, any alerts or tasks that he may have to take action on. In this case, immediately he can see a post from Sam Dunn. Sam is asking Mike to reach out to Apex Coil. There seems to be a downward trend in their sales, and I want to make sure that we didn't lose their business to our competition. Mike knows there's a couple of things he can take a look at before he picks up the phone and gives Apex a call to see what's happening. First and foremost, he's going to drill right from that post to take a look at the customer inquiry screen within Infor CloudSuite distribution. Immediately, Mike can see that there is a large past due balance, in fact, a large balance over 120 days for this particular customer. He can also just scroll down and take a look at some year-over-year numbers from a sales or profitability perspective, just at a very high level. In this case, Mike can see that we are up year-over-year, but that doesn't necessarily tell him what he needs to know. The next thing he might do is just come over here and take a quick look and see if there are any notes out there, if anybody's been talking to Apex Coil. And in this case, he can immediately see that Sally spoke to the customer regarding their past due balance, was assured they'd be getting a payment within 30 days. There are other notes here that Mike can drill into as necessary, but really the next thing he always likes to do before he picks up the phone and calls one of his customers is go just take a look at the Infor reporting within CloudSuite distribution, in this case at the year-over-year sales and analytics. So Mike has his customer year-over-year sales report. He's going to run it for Apex Coil, and he's going to look at the last couple of years. This is a great report, easy visuals to tell what's happening with the customer from a quarter-over-quarter and year-over-year basis from a sales and revenue perspective. And while we do see that 2013 does seem to be up over 2014 for each of the quarters, he also does see a downward trend in the first 3 quarters of the year. So this is a little bit alarming. Yes, he's going to pick up the phone, he's going to give them a call, but now he's got a little bit more information to go on as he calls that customer. Next thing he needs to know is, who the heck do I talk to over there? Oh yeah, it's Russell Allen, the branch manager. So Mike picks up the phone and gives Russell a call. Hey Russell, Mike Mazzoni at ISC. Haven't talked to you in a while. I wanted to see if there's anything I could do for you. As a matter of fact, Mike, we've got a big job going on. I do need to be quoted on some variable speed drive controls. No problem. Let me set that up for you and we can get you a quote, get a quote right to you. So what exactly were you looking for? So as Mike starts to build the order, he can select the customer, he can add the contact because he knows we're talking to Russell in this case. This is a new quote, so we're just going to initiate that quote. As we start the quote, it prompts me for the product. So Russell, what were you looking for again? Oh, those variable speed drives. No problem. Mike can start typing. As he types, the system is going to search for him. Is that the one? Yes, those are the ones I was looking for. How many of those did you need to be quoted on? Well, we're going to need 7 of them. All right, Russell, right now those are coming in for you at $895 a piece. So right away, Russell says, well, your competitors come in at $865 a piece. So Mike knows he's going to have to be a little bit more competitive from a pricing perspective. He also knows that if he goes and overrides the price, that's typically going to drive an approval process from his manager. Mike can easily see that he's got enough wiggle room within his margin and his cost to go ahead and take that price down to $860 a piece. Russell confirms that if we can lock in that $860, he'll do business with us on these variable speed drives. At this point, Mike can add that product to the quote, finish this quote, and send it on over to Russell. For the next scene in today's Day in the Life presentation of Infor CloudSuite distribution, we'll be looking at the approval. In this case, Sam Dunn comes into play. Sam is the Sales and Operations Manager at ISC. He's responsible for managing multiple departments within the organization. In order to perform his duties effectively, it is important that ISC incorporate exception-based management tools and define business processes across the organization. In this scene, we'll watch as Sam receives the quote approval notification, reviews the quote and the pricing and the price override that Mike had just gone through. In this case, Sam's going to approve the quote. He's also going to notice that he's got a new product requisition request from one of his reps. He'll review and approve that as well. So here we are as Sam, and he's logged into Infor CloudSuite distribution. Again, Sam likes to start at his activity feed as well. And right away he can see that there's been a quote entered for Apex Coil Contractors. He's happy about that because just this morning he asked Mike Mazzoni to reach out to them. The quote's for $6,020 and requires manager approval. The first thing Sam likes to do when he sees something like this is go ahead and just drill in and take a look at that quote. So again, right from this task, he can click and drill down to that quote transaction and review the detailed information. He can see that, yes, it's for Apex Coil. He can see who the taker was in this case. And he's really more concerned with looking at the line detail. So by clicking on line detail, now we can see that they're ordering a quantity of 7 of the variable speed drives at $595 cost, $860 sell. The price was overridden, but immediately 30.81 margin points is fine for Sam to say, yes, we can go ahead and do this. He's got a good idea of where those tolerances are and knows that at 30% we're in good shape with those variable speed drives. He's just going to go back, go ahead and grab that task and approve that and let that move forward, where Mike can now take that quote, confirm it to the customer, and convert it to an order if they're ready to do business. The other thing that Sam notices while he's looking at his activity feed is there's that little blue dot next to his name, and what that's telling him is he's got some new notifications out there. He's just going to click on those notifications and take a look. And again, what he's seeing, there's a product requisition request that has been processed, and that happened today at 2:43. He's going to go ahead and drill in, and he can view that or drill in from here, or he can go up and click on the streams and look at all of his open streams and activities. And in this case, he just has the one product requisition request. Let's drill down to the detail. The first thing Sam's going to do, of course, is take a look at what was the initial request. Okay, we're requesting that we bring in an additional quantity of 500 pieces of that Square DQ0130s. It's for ABC Industrial. And Mike's saying, hey, ABC has a large project starting. We need to ramp up our inventory. Thanks. Well, we know we've been talking about this project for a while. Sam's aware of what's going on. This is an easy one. It's a no-brainer. We're going to go ahead and approve this additional product requisition request. So all Sam has to come do is come down, start his part of this workflow process, change that approval process from pending to yes, and then Sam's going to put a little comment in here as well. Glad that ABC won the business and has chosen us as their supplier of choice. Sam's going to go ahead and save that, and that'll now send the message back to Mike and any other pertinent parties that this product requisition request has been approved, and we can go ahead and cut the PO for those additional quantities to satisfy the ABC's requirements. In the next scene in today's Day in the Life presentation of Infor CloudSuite distribution, we're back with Mike. Remember, Mike's our inside sales guy. With the quoted pricing approved by his manager, Mike is confident that he can win the business. He also knows that ISC's agility and focus on service will enable him to keep the customer coming back. So in this scene, we're going to see how Mike sees the notification for the approved quote, picks up the phone, calls the customer, converts the quote to a sales order, is able to add additional value in line items and dollars to the order, and also able to expedite the delivery, confident in ISC's ability to serve the customer. As Mike comes back to his activity feed, he can now see that his quote to Apex Coil Contractors has been approved. He can also see what were the steps in the approval process, who took on that approval and actually went through and gave him a thumbs up to convert this quote to an order. So there's a couple of options now, but the easiest way for Mike to do this is just to go ahead and right from that approval notification, drill right into his Infor CloudSuite distribution order inquiry screen to review that quote. He's got the contact information visible to him. He can pick up and call Russell, and as he gets Russell on the phone, he knows his goal here is to convert this quote to an order. Russell, I was able to get that price locked in for you, and if you're ready to do business, we can convert this quote to an order and get that product shipped out to you as soon as you need it. So Russell says, yeah, go ahead, let's do it. That's great. You guys were able to meet the price I needed. Mike's going to now come in. He's going to convert that quote to a sales order. He's going to make sure to freeze pricing on that so we confirm that we're giving Russell the pricing that we agreed to. And now he's going to come in and say, hey, Russell, while I have you on the phone, is there anything else we can do for you? Anything else you might need right away? You know, Mike, as a matter of fact, we just had some problems with our equipment out there, and we need to replace some of our 3/4 inch motor controls. No problem. We can get those to you. How many of those did you need? You know, Mike, I need 2 of those, and if you could, put those on a rush shipment for me. We need them right away. Our machines are down. So Mike's going to go ahead and flag this as a special order requirement. He's going to identify it as a rush ship requirement as well. And he's going to add that line item to the order. Russell, is there anything else I can do for you today? No, Mike, if you can get that stuff to me as soon as possible, that'd be great. Thanks again for calling. All right, Russell, talk to you soon. In the next scene in today's presentation of the Infor CloudSuite distribution solution, we're going to be talking about the rush. And we're back to Sam. Remember, Sam is our sales and operations manager, but Sam also makes sure that we're satisfying customers' needs across the organization. This includes making sure the product is delivered accurately and on time. ISC is committed to meeting the customer's needs, therefore rush ship requests must be addressed proactively. Sam's on it. In this scene, we'll see how Sam receives a rush ship notification, reviews the demand center dashboard, and is easily able to filter to only those rush ship requirements, the ones he needs to address immediately. He's going to generate the purchase order that will get the customer the products they need. At the end of the day, Sam knows he's done everything possible to ensure that ISC is successful. So here we are as Sam Dunn, our Sales and Operations Manager, and Sam's looking at his activity feed. Again, right away Sam can see that an order has been entered with the rush ship requirement. Sam can drill down to the details. He can see the order detailed information as necessary. But in this case, he knows he needs to jump over into his purchasing or demand center and review the requirements. So he's going to jump into his Infor distribution module and jump into the demand center. In this case, Sam's going to identify himself as the buyer, which warehouse or warehouses he wants to review, and then pull up what requirements are out there. Now there's a whole bunch of demand requirements that are being shown here in this dashboard. Sam knows he needs to filter down to those rush ship requirements. So he's got a nice visual pie chart on the right that shows him the different purchase priority types. In this case, he's looking for those rush requirements. He can simply click the rush requirements and filter the results on the left just to those that he needs to see and focus on at this moment in time. So we've got a couple of rush ship requirements out here, both for hearth products. He's going to drill into the first one to review it. And he can see right away there are two special order requirements for 1-102. These have both been flagged as rush ship requirements. Even if he wanted to, or if he needed to, Sam could drill into the detail. He could see who was the customer that this is being special ordered for and rush shipped for. What was the order date? Is it approved? What was the promise date? And of course, we're going to be delivering this on the 4th of July. Once Sam has identified that yes, this is the rush ship requirement he needs to satisfy for Mike and for the customer, he can come back, he can go ahead and select and merge to create the purchase order. And once he completes this process, that PO will be sent over to the vendor in whatever way means necessary: print, fax, email, EDI. Once Sam processes the purchase order, he can jump back to that task or activity, pull it up, flag it as complete. The one other thing Sam likes to do is he likes to post back to Mike. Rush ship has been processed. Apex will get their inventory on or before the promise date. Thank you for joining us for today's presentation of Infor CloudSuite Distribution. Infor CloudSuite Distribution offers wholesale distributors the capabilities they need: strong exception management tools, analytics, task-driven notifications, and visibility into critical business information enable distributors to take their business to the next level. Thanks very much.